I don't know that nerd shit.
Yeah, I don't read books because I was too busy not getting pussy in high school.
Yeah.
It's a comedy podcast. So
I wasn't even saying it was wrong. I was just saying it's funny that the way you do this inverse route of not mattering is the highest response. So you will flip a table and leave over someone like...
Because the shit that doesn't matter, it's not going to matter to any of us. It's not. Right. It's literally comes up to is what do you guys think of popcorn? And if someone doesn't be I will stick my dick in every fucking kernel if I have to because of how much I love it, it's going to go nowhere. All it's going to happen is just be I got a couple in my teeth. That's weird.
It's just great.
Right, next subject. And it's hopefully we can build something.
Someone will be well, I actually not big on kettle corn. It'd be you fucking asshole. This piece of shit.
Yeah.
I have no strong
opinion. I will say
cinnamon could suck my dick.
Cinnamon popcorn?
Yeah, that's always the last for me.
Kettle corn's that weird kind of sweet one.
No, I know what kettle corn is, but is it just cinnamon on it or what is it?
I have no idea how it's created.
I'm thinking of Topsy's popcorn, right? You get the cheese, the caramel, and
at the
mall. Red cinnamon at the mall, right? Cheese is the first to go, 100%.
Cheese, I actually don't mind in the tub, but now that you said, speaking of in a tub, God, I just got a craving for that. But speaking of Topsies, man, I could go for a fucking candied apple right now. That was the only reason I would go to a Topsies was because of candy apple. Fuck popcorn. You get popcorn any day of the week, but a good candy apple, good caramel apple. Maroon.
On those popcorn tins you get at Christmas, this is kind of, I guess, a thematic thing. It's cut into 3. You get the butter, the caramel, and the cheese one. I don't really have a favorite among those. What's the power ranking of those 3?
Caramel, cheese, plain.
Cheese, caramel, plain.
The cheese ones I'd like if they were crunchier because they almost taste like a Cheeto, but they don't have the crispness.
Yeah, I don't know. I will crush half of it and realize my stomach is going to die.
I'll still eat it. I wish those were warm. That's the only problem. Is once you get to that room, there's too much in it. The bottom half starts to get stale, and the room temperature, so the texture's weird.
And the stuff you dig out of your belly button.
And I blame movie theaters for keeping popcorn in the public relevance for as long as it has been.
Yeah, I will say popcorn. Have you ever just had a bag of popcorn at home? You think it's going to be so much better, but you're really it's just the novelty. That's all it is. You're oh, I'm watching a scary
movie. The first few are good. And you're God,
not even the first few, because you get that. You get that first hand grab you get in, and you're just yeah, motherfucker. It's tasty. And then you're
also, the texture's wrong.
If you're at the movies, you at least have greasy hands, and you can just be great movie, slide it on that fucking hand.
I was say, the microwave, Orville Redenbacher ones have a weird texture that's wrong. If you're not cooking it in that big Rolex case at the movies, straight out of the grease, that's the only one that feels right. But also, what is the connection that movie theaters, who in movie time, as they're making this is the food that goes with that? Did some guy try onion rings? Nah, asshole, popcorn all day.
Well, think about it. It's easy. It's bulk. It's easy to make. It's cheap. It's relatively easy to clean up. It just makes sense that
because not many other things you can't go to a restaurant and get popcorn as an appetizer. Typically, you're it's weird that movies exclusively have made it their domain.
Yeah.
Bowling alleys, I guess sometimes.
Well, what's weird to me is peanuts and Cracker Jacks at a baseball game. I don't know why that's a thing. I know that it's a song, that. But I think
it was the Cracker Jack people that made it up back in the day, and I think it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where it was that shit was made in the 50s, and then we just think it's timeless, it existed forever.
Roasted peanuts used to be a way more commonplace snack back in the day. Now you just see those boiled peanut tubs in gas stations, and that's about it now. But peanuts used to be more.
I guess you're right. Way back in the early baseball days, it was probably roasted peanuts.
Yeah, there was those, and you see they would do at circuses. Even the circus peanut is a reference to those. And we just stopped doing that.
Weird ass onesie, not onesie, but like almost pajama bikinis. Not bikinis, but swimsuits. Those old ass.
Right.
That era.
When
people were on the boardwalk
like,
doing a kaleidoscope, stepping over dead people.
My speaking of things that we all do, my favorite thing that Matt does whenever he doesn't agree with the topic, but he doesn't disagree with the topic, he just goes, right. Like it's just saying.
If I don't have anything to offer, I don't want to veto a topic.
Oh yeah, but it is funny because it is always that sort of thing where he's just like middle of the road. How do I got to figure this out? And he's just like, right. Yeah.
It's more like I pass. Like, what do you think of that? Right, man.
I don't want this potato.
You spin it around to somebody with a take. Like, lukewarm. I agree. Because sometimes what gets pitched on our show here is something that's either impossible to have a take on, or the take is so obvious. It's like, who all here is in favor of candy bars? Yeah, cool. All right.
Hey guys, what's better, eating candy or being an amputee?
Yeah. I wanted to work out that mental exercise, but it went really fast. Now let's talk about Dan, since he's not here.
I had a question the other. This came up the other day.
Okay.
Have you guys ever just used a dryer sheet and just rubbed around your gooch instead of doing laundry?
No.
Man,
does the ass clean after that, or does it get rid of all the?
No. Just you're clean, but your clothes aren't, and you realize there's like a stench. You're like, I clearly took a shower 15 minutes ago. Why am I getting this dryer sheet?
Yeah.
It buys you like maybe an hour and a half tops, but not recommended, guys. Pro tip: don't do it. Just do fucking laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never. I thought we said gooch, just rub it directly on the skin. I didn't know you meant like on the clothes to kind of simulate its purpose.
That I haven't tried yet. I mean, you could, those like man wipes or whatever. I wonder if it's just that, like.
Oh no, dude wipes are just. It's just they're just wet wipes.
Baby wipes, yeah.
Yeah, it's just because they have to. There's a lot of products that exist, but they have to convince men to be secure to buy them. They're like, dude, you're not gay. It's a wet wipe. And they're like, I don't know. Don't they use that on babies and women's face for makeup? Like, okay, well, it's called dude wipes. Like, all right, I'm in now.
Yeah, it is a weird thing, like the marketing behind hygiene products for men. Like the soap, the handmade soap. I've seen like ads for it.
It's like how, everything, like all the razors now have to get Michael Bay to pitch the names. They make no sense. They're just boy words. They're like Schick, Pro, Ultra, Turbo, Sonic Level, Blade, Separate, Ultra, Stealth. What's called Stealth? What does that mean on context of a razor?
Yeah, Mach 4. Like, you're in Top Gun, motherfucker.
And I'm like, cool. I didn't want to shave, but now I'm cool.
Now I'm Tom Cruise. This is awesome.
Axe body spray. Like, all of them are so bad. They're like, this one smells like fucking getting pussy and beer.
Well, my favorite is that Stealth, because you see that more and more often, because like I think it's the stealth, like it's all about, it's like stealth bomber, right? Like obviously like that's trying to what they're making the connection with, like it's as cool as the stealth bomber. Because do you remember back in like early 2000s stealth bombing, and like they tried to do the Top Gun remakes, like, but they were just like, fuck that, man, it's 2002 and we got biker boys as well. And like they made that stealth movie, but like,
Jamie Foxx was in the movie Stealth.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, it was like Stealth. And then like, but my favorite thing about it is like,
I don't remember. I gotta watch that now.
But the best thing about that is just like, yeah, that's a machine to kill children. like that kills Yemen children.
That's why they're stealth, because they're enemy combatants.
Fucking metal, bro. Like that's so fucking cool. And you're like, how many like families have died because of this goddamn machine? It's like, who gives a fuck? Put it on your face.
It's just always so embarrassing when products do that for men and boys flavors of things. Like it's so like I don't know if I mentioned it here or not. I remember mentioning it recently, but that was the whole reason Coke Zero was in a black can. Mm-hmm. Because Diet Coke's commercials were always a bunch of chicks in an office watching a fireman take his shirt off, and then he would be drinking the Diet Coke, because that's how he got ripped. But it's a commercial for all the girls ogling him. and like girls want Diet, like the complete misread on all parts. And then the idea came up that Diet Coke is a feminized beverage. So when they made Coke Zero, put it in a black can so dudes won't think they're gay.
Both? Like, what if it was like they're singles and they're like, ooh, you're drinking Diet Coke. Make it equal sexes. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it like maybe make Diet Coke like the Bacardi.
They tried doing
soda.
That bullshit because like instead what they do now is they're now marketing like alcohol to women, and because they're doing that fucking like seltzer alcohol, which like that's something that like I didn't see coming at all. Like, an alcoholic beverage that's also a seltzer. That sounds like. When was the last time you had a LaCroix and then been like, that was good? Now I want to be drunk after I drink it. Like never. Like that's a fucking. Oh. Okay,
new marketing idea, new product. A squirt bottle like that you have to discipline your cat, right?
Yeah.
But filled with white wine for all those lonely ladies that just sit on the couch and drink wine with their cats. They get hot in the mouth and. No, Mitzi. Mitzi, down. No?
No, I think it's a great idea. The only thing I'm just like imagining is like how long.
And the cat will be drunk too. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. But like how long until the fucking woman just rips that top off and just starts guggling down the bottle?
Her choice.
Like
dealer's choice. Yeah, it's.
I think they should start putting. I don't know why this is funny to me, but now I'm just imagining all being served in like the Windex style bottle. Like it doesn't have like not even like with the squirter, but like literally just that weird kind of like it's a square, triangle, obtuse, oblong shape.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't remember this, and it's got a grip on it. Why do I need a grip to hold a bottle?
What is this? Why does this have a silencer and a laser sight?
Yeah.
What the fuck what is this?
It's got like
what
a
am I gonna
stock
clean?
on it to put against her shoulder.
Yeah.
It's got a strap.
Is this a desert eagle or
what the fuck?
Like
I just want to clean the boogers off my mirror. Oh, like too close for comfort boogers? Sorry.
Boogers are the one thing. When did you guys stop eating boogers?
What?
Like,
I never started.
Yeah, that wasn't like a thing.
Boogers as a kid?
No.
Fucking liar. You're a piece of shit. Fuck you. Asshole. Fucking
sorry.
Fucking idiot, lying ass bitch. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking douche.
I'm just gonna not bring up another topic and let you butter for like 30 minutes.
I want to see how deep it goes. I want to see where it comes back from.
Full circle. It's like a loop track. It stops as you go back to the piece of shit motherfucker part, and like you go and then start again at the end of the loop.
Yeah. I'm repetitive. I'm a simple man, kind of like that song by Leonard Skinner.
I want that. I want that on the. You know, the cowboys move and the spinny thing, and it plays the thing, but just Brannonisms.
I thought I'd just go back to the couch to just lay down back there. Fuck it, I'm taking a nap.
You just see him eating chips.
Just kicks back and turns on TV. I was just listening to the off-camera. We're just gonna hear like loud slap sounds, and like Brandon will come back, black eye.
Why?
He's like, sorry, I gotta go.
And then it comes back, you motherfucking.
Yeah, we gotta ask him when he gets back.
Is he taking it out on us?
I don't know. We gotta ask him when he gets back. He still didn't answer at what age he stopped eating boogers, I guess. Because I hope it's a hilarious age, like 24.
Or is he going to come back and admit it was like 3 days ago?
Yeah, I have a problem.
He's been eating boogers secretly this whole time?
Not even my own. I collect them. I buy them online. Weird Scandinavian dealers will sell you anything.
Yeah.
There's some black market contacts.
Yeah, occasionally I'll forget, like, you know, junk in Amazon, I forgot to see if they were from China, and I get something 4 months later that I forgot I purchased that has like so many stickers on it from all the boats and docks and weird shit that's gone through to get to my door. Boogers at my door.
It's like he ordered a pizza and it's just the longest pickup transaction ever.
Okay, so what have you been up to?
What are you doing? We'll hang out.
Is this part of the transaction?
Yeah. Now, when you drove here on the way, there's a sign, right? What's that say? You ever stop by that big fishing store down there?
I knew a guy that used to work there. Man, his name, I think it was Pete. No.
Pete's a name, right?
Billy. His name was Billy.
Also weird because Pete also means like a rock. It's a type of moss.
Speaking of rock, do you hear AC/DC come out with a new album? Dude, can I eat my food? And you fuck off.
You ever
AC/DC's new album? It holds up. I mean,
how long was it before you realized her name wasn't Ack Dick? Ack Lightning Bolt Dick.
I thought it was a weird, like an acne cream, AC/DC, or like a cleanser or something. I think.
thought they were the nation's capital for the longest time. That's what they were. Hey, mind if I eat this while the door's open?
Is that Australia's capital? AC? Is Australia trying to fight?
You guys let people do ride-alongs with you like you're a cop? Does Pizza Hut provide the Chevy Corolla, whatever you're driving in?
Dude, sweet company car. Nice.
It's cool the way they give you this 1974 car.
With a Deftone sticker on it. What other bumper sticker? Were you ever a bumper sticker guy?
No, I always found I hated recognizing few things make my eyes roll more than someone unironically with a horn broken watch for finger bumper sticker that they actually think is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep tailgating, I'm reloading or whatever. I get it. You've seen that bumper sticker that was never funny 30 years ago and still have it for some reason.
Right.
I always thought campaign bumper stickers were weird because by their nature, they're only useful for a small window of time and then are just on your car after that election, win or lose, forever.
Yeah. Until you get out there with a razor blade and scrape that shit off. But nobody wants to do that.
No.
Everybody forgets because you're like, I can't see it.
You're just still there with your Dukakis 84 bumper sticker or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Because every so often you'll see a fucking Obama 2000 bumper sticker. You're like, man, you defaced your car to
let it go.
No one's seen a bumper sticker and based their vote on that. No one's been
my car got vandalized with a bumper sticker, but it was the stupid mean people suck bumper sticker. And I was just like, well, at least it's that, but that's still, I'm in my 30s. I can't be in that car.
So, Brandon.
Yes.
Did you get in trouble?
Answer the question. What age did you stop eating boogers, I guess?
Stop eating boogers about 7 or 8. However, I'm not going to lie. I'll occasionally sneak a snack every now and then. But the only major issue is this. Because I now have hair in my body that I've never had before, when you go in for a little gold mine, sometimes you get a little, we call a little kitten whisker on action on that one. Just a little dark one. So that one's a little rough, but I haven't probably picked a solid good one in a couple of years.
I'm going to fucking throw up. That's it's my nightmare, dude. I legit threw up. Apologies to Danny Bullock in 3rd grade, Maplewood Elementary School. All right. We had recess was right after lunch, and it was in the fall, winter, big coat season, right? All lined up after guzzling chocolate milk and whatever that steak, chicken fried, country fried meat,
school food,
meat puddle. Whatever the
served
fuck
with
that
an
was.
ice cream scoop of macaroni and cheese.
Oh yeah, and the mashed potatoes was that really super dry ice cream scoop plop. Yeah. Anywho, Danny Bullock. Oh God, I'm legit gonna gag because just telling the story brings it back. He we're standing in line, and I turned around. And he goes, "Hey, look!" and did the hakalugi and showed it to me and swallowed it. And I immediately fire hose fucking chocolate milk and mac and cheese all over, just all over his winter coat where it splashed and like.
Here's the thing: if you eat your,
we both got to go home because our clothes were sullied because of me. I barfed. He got puked on. So sorry, Danny, but you're fucking gross, dude.
If you pick your nose in the privacy of your own home, by all means, I don't give a fuck. But the second you start showing people, like those gross kids who like want to like make people feel weird by like being like, you want to smell what a shit finger smells like, and you're like, I don't know why you would ever want anyone to ever smell that. I don't want anyone to know what my shit smells like. I don't want people to know I shit. I want people to think that I don't poop at all.
Also, it's one of those pranks where you have to debase yourself first. It's like, yeah, I stuck my hand in my ass so that he had to smell it. Like,
you're like, wow, why?
But, why? Didn't you have to put your hand in your ass to do this? Like, yeah, it's all right.
Why?
I do that anyway.
Because it's funny. Is it? Is it though? Is it really? Is this the level of tension you wanted? It's the regular thumbs up. It's not even any of the emojis you're getting, sir. No love, caring, not even a sad, angry face. No, just, all right.
Yeah, don't do that. That's also just highly unsanitary. Like, did you wash your hands now?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be wiping yourself well enough that you don't have to, like, that you shouldn't have surface level shit like this that you can...
Yeah, that is a weird thing, too. Like, if you can, like, if you're in a pinch and you can get turd on your finger, there's an issue with your asshole because, like, I'm not going to say I'm the cleanliest wiper, but, like, I will make sure to work overtime to, like, I will rather bleed than have turd in my butt, like, when I'm done pooping. It's like, I will overwipe, but, like, if there's people who are just being like, you got to get some little sludge on it, you got to do what we call the Shrek 2, and just go down, and just get a nice little stank bang on.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you got to
Yeah. Who do you hang out with that talks that way? Number one.
No one. Me. I'm the only fucking person I see. So when you wonder how the fuck someone gets like this, isolation for 18 goddamn years. It turns into this. Now I'm sitting on my chair in a way that you shouldn't.
Don't do that. You're gonna hit your head on the coffee table, and that ponytail is gonna pop right off.
Bro, hit your head, like fall unconscious, and like no one's there, and we don't like. We have to call someone to go
We're
get
in a different state,
but we have no idea how.
We have to. If you want to save Brandon, please subscribe, like, hit the bell. Also, if you live near him, go check on him. Smell around the perimeter. Maybe break in through the back. I don't know.
It would be funny if you guys still finished the episode where you're just like, well, we have 45 minutes left. So, like, I know the audience of 6 really wants to hear this one out. So
yeah, but it'll be 6 in like 6 months.
Yeah. We gotta start getting famous so we can stop living these shitty hollow lives we have so far.
So we got to fill it with that diarrhea.
Yeah, so we got to fill it with this diarrhea. Meal replacement bars. You guys for or against? Matt, go.
I mean, like, I guess I'm for them. I don't really know why they shouldn't exist.
But is it really replacing a meal because it is your meal?
I feel like that's semantics. But
you fucking dickhead, you piece of shit, fucking loser, ass nerd, fucking dweeb, fucking cuckold, bull bitch thing. You're a cuck and a bull.
Yeah.
Fuck my wife and I fuck your wife. We fucking kill wife.
You watch yourself fuck your wife.
Fuck my wife. You fucking loser ass bitch. Here, the only reason why I asked that is because of this. I have been eating meal replacement bars because I'm not eating throughout the day. And, like, I don't know if you guys ever had that issue, but, like, when stress comes, like, I either will do one of the two things. I'll gouge myself, but lately it's been the complete opposite of just, like, I don't want to eat and I just constantly just shitting rabbit turds. And, like, I don't understand how my body is, like, you're going to shit all the time. Like my body wants me to shit all the time now, but it knows I don't have any food in it. And then I try to put food in it to create the shit it so much desires. It doesn't want that either.
I love how you talk about the process of your body. Like the shit is the end goal of the body, not a byproduct of it. Like it's like my body wants to produce turds.
Also, I'm no dietitian, but stop eating rabbit turds in the first place. That would be probably where that would go on the number one on the priority list here to resolve this issue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a hypothesis.
More like a guy hypothesis because you're a dude liker. This episode sucks. Fucking.
The energy is just antagonistic.
Yeah, you guys are really pushing my buttons, and I feel like I don't like saying this, but I feel like I'm being bullied tonight. And as someone who's
anyway, call more people cucks.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it's a projection, dude. Like you think you're being bullied, but so you bully back. I think you actually bully pretty hardcore.
I don't know why, but anytime I hear anytime I hear the word like projection, like I understand what it means, but like in my brain, the first thing that comes up is back in third grade. Do you remember those projection like things? Like
yeah, overhead. Yeah,
the overhead projectors. There was an overhead projector, and then I can't remember the kid's name, but he drew a dick, and the teacher didn't know and turned it on, and there was just a fucking dumb hog just sitting there next to this math number, and I just remember that's the funniest thing I will ever see in my entire life.
That's it. Everything is downhill from here.
And then every time my therapist is just like, I feel like you're projecting. That's the first thing it goes to, and I just get a good giggle, and she just stares at me. I'm just like, oh, you have been there. You have been there. It was great. It still is great. I want to meet him.
I mean, you got a big bare wall behind you there. Just draw a big black dick on there right now for the episode. We'll save the episode. Just vandalize your home.
That would be honestly one of the funniest. That would be the greatest meltdown if I had it just vandalizing my home.
Are you really going to get your deposit back? I mean,
I'd like to hope so. I mean, every time I've been somewhere, like I always.
I currently don't have one, but I got in my apartment weird, and so I don't have a deposit currently because
through like the sunlight or something.
No, okay. So I live at a different building in the same complex.
Yeah.
With some roommates, and at the end of that, I all kind of went separate ways, and then a friend of mine was moving to this area, and so I was like, well, my lease is wrapping up. Let's just got an apartment here, kind of, and then moved to another one in this complex. But all my paperwork just transferred over, and at no point did they ask me to put down a deposit in the transfer, which is cool. Until I move, at some point, they're going to be like, oh, we'll just take those damages out of nothing. So
loss.
But yeah, so I kind of just sidestepped into another building in the same place, and somewhere in the shuffle, a deposit was not asked for.
So in other words, you're saying yes, and you don't mind to, like, for the sake of the episode, draw a huge dick behind you on the. I
mean, it's going to be there like every episode after that, because I'm just never going to get around to I'll use something permanent like an idiot, or I just won't bother. Like, now it's dick wall.
In Budapest. Did you guys hear about this? In Hungary, a Hungarian politician resigns party after Belgian party bust. All right, so this dude is a European Parliament in Hungary, right? Which is kind of conservative and super kind of like right-wingy, He was busted in, Belgian media reported that police had disrupted a sex party attended by 24 men above a cafe. So this dude was hardcore anti-LGBTQ. Oh, and he's in a 24-dude orgy.
He's out getting sucked and fucked.
Oh, yeah. But can you imagine the fucking truffle butter smell in that goddamn room? Like, before you got here, Brandon, I was literally legit asking Matt if, you were there with the gooch.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of these guys use dryer sheets on the tank.
No. Could you, the smell. It's like human centipede vibe. It's like, ugh.
The human Chinese dragon.
Especially with like Hungarians, because like I don't really know many of them, but like I imagine they're a smelly person. Like I imagine the smell.
Just wiry gray hair just poking out at random. Like, no, you.
Also, like 24 people is just too big
for anything
in the first place. Like, at what point you just walk in the room like, yeah, just hop in a dude. It don't matter where. Like, it's like in South Park with the time travel episode.
Back to the past.
Where they tried to stop the people from coming from the future by having a big gay orgy so there wouldn't be a future. And it was just this big, pale pile of
amorphous blob of, that's what I imagine, yeah.
I don't like orgy porn either. Like, now that I'm realizing it, because it's like, there's too many people to keep track of. Like, when you're just like, I just don't want to see so many people having. I guess it's a numbers thing for me more than like an actual like sex thing. Like if they had sex with like a good Christian number of like 3 or 4 people.
It's better if there's going to be a group. It's better to do like a tag team match where you just have combinations in the ring at a time.
yeah, like a tornado tag match. Yeah, like
Royal Rumble style or whatever.
2 and 2. But like when it starts getting to that point where it's like you have to toss motherfuckers over the rope just to start breathing around. Like I don't want
Yeah. Also, I just get really sad because off camera there's like a neglected plate of like grocery store sandwiches tray, like a veggie tray. I just feel bad for the food wasted on those orgy sets.
Oh, I'm filming a sketch tomorrow, and I'm really excited, mainly because there's going to be craft services, and I've never been to shoot with craft service. Actually, no, Matt. Matt. I will say this about Matthew McKinnis. Call him whatever you want, but when Matt is a very professional. He always likes his films or his sketches, whatever he films, is done very professionally. It might not be executed as professionally, but Matt is very like there's a good time and he treats you very well. And he won't pay you, but he gives you food and drinks and like he makes it worth your time. And I will say that about Matt. But like this is the first time I'm excited to like go and have like someone that's not like a shithead friend of mine. I mean. We got you, Capri Sun. Also, by the way, can you help move chairs?
I'm gonna pile of crackers.
Yeah.
First time we did that Monster Cereal video, we spent way more money on food than we had any right to, just to kind of end zone dance that we shot a thing.
Yeah,
there was like 4 Gates platters. Like we were just like, fuck it, we're doing this.
Well, it's like with cheap shots, it was always like. Pizza. We had I don't know how many thousands of dollars in pizza.
Yeah, we had a shit ton of pizza. I remember it got to a point where I started feeling bad because like I think a lot of us just started just kept showing up because we were like, this is the only dinner we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Like this is the only hot dinner we're gonna have. I was
happy to help. Yeah, it was just like, yeah.
It was that note at the theater. It was just like popcorn's basically free, so like,
yeah,
go nuts, I guess.
I still love that me and Matt ruined the integrity of Cheap Shots. Or what was it? It was we violated the
I don't remember
comedic rights.
I don't remember an oath or a mission statement than
we were praying at the
funny stuff. Okay, that's all I had to bring was that Hungarian day. I thought that would bring more information.
I mean, it was hilarious. We really got up just on the logistics of like sweet spot for an orgy, like number of people. Gender ratio among the people, like it kind of opens those thought experiments. Like, what is the ideal orgy number, and then what's the mix you want? Like,
I'm very prudish, but if I was somebody that was into that, I mean, I would think most of the people that would even stomach participating in that are like they probably want infinite number because there's
this. To me, a breaking point where it's just like, all right, my house can only host so many people. Like,
logistics,
right?
I'm just thinking, even starting to consider doing it.
Do you want enough people where you, as one participant, can do a round robin of all of the other sex, or if you're bi, full sex participant, or do you want so many you never go through. And then like, what's the different guy to girl ratio if you're talking like cis heteronormative orgy, because you gotta buy one and it's just a free for all. Because some people are like, well, I just want me and all girls. Like, and then 2 in, you're done, and like you need some dudes to help carry the weight through here.
Yeah, there are a lot of disappointed ladies in that.
And so you gotta figure out like, would you like, maybe like me and 2 guys I'm curiously okay with, and like 5 chicks. That way you got that safe buffer between all of us, and you got like a pig.
We can play Uno,
Right.
we can on the backs, we can just play. No, wait. In my household, if you throw down a draw 2 and I put a draw 2, that means you draw 4, motherfucker. Keep it going.
I'm okay with like me and a dude who like I don't know on a personal level, but like you can kind of get that like, oh, you're cool, like you're not a fucking weirdo, and like I guess like.
But aren't you though?
3 chicks?
I mean, beyond this, outside the context of this.
Wait,
wouldn't you be worried? Like, wait, am I the weirdo?
Yeah.
If this guy isn't the weirdo,
I mean, the nature of this discussion is you're a weirdo.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're all fucking.
I got you.
We're talking within that context, like they're not a serial killer or something.
Yeah, no,
right. There's levels. Yeah, I'm not shaming, but I'm just like me personally. Like, I guess I'm really prudish, and I'm just like, too many people. It's just that's a lot of work.
Oh, you're just
young man's orgies are a young man's game. I can't.
Also, there's a thing where like, I always story Sarome told me, and always makes me laugh because I'm also one of those dudes like, where I think a threesome is often weird, not for any perverse reason. I am super self-conscious and awkward, and I just don't want to share that experience with someone else. Like while you're trying to, because. You start doing, you see another dude do a thing, you're like, oh, am I doing it right? If I've been doing it wrong this whole time, maybe I'm doing it right, but they're not. And there's people so comfortable with it, they're like high-fiving and shit, and you're like, dude, come on, there's a lady present. Can we please?
Oh, you're talking about a dude, like a 2-dude threesome.
Right.
I could never do that because of that same reason, like a super self-conscious. But like on the flip side, I also like the idea of like a 2-girl threesome. That sounds awesome to me. However, I've had discussions with women being like, I would love to, like, you want to have a threesome? And they're like, absolutely, find a girl. And I'm just like, I want you to do that because I can't. How, you want to fuck me and my ugly girlfriend? I know she's not ugly, but like to me, I gotta leave. Like I'm a fucking weird dude. So it's like
that one's tough, like because of then a lot of pressure gets put on your shoulder because like you gotta host this party now. Like,
here's the thing: you bring the guest, I will be more than happy to host. I will be more than happy to like.
I meant hypothetical. Jason took my meaning, but like you gotta. You're expected to carry the load here a little bit. Like,
you can still carry the load. That's fine. It's just getting it's hiring the employees for the job.
But I like all of our uses of different metaphors and euphemisms throughout this. Like you gotta fuck a lot, not wear out, and still keep everybody happy.
Cats in the cradle, silver spoon, and shit.
But Sarome always told me the story about these dudes who were like so into threesomes. They called themselves the Kompreshun Krew.
Oh yeah,
they gave themselves a nickname. Like I don't want to ever be that comfortable with someone. Like if I end up just me and another dude fucks a chick, I don't want that to ever happen again. But that dude, and like that's our thing.
Also, the next step 2 isn't go print T-shirts and business cards.
Start a wrestling faction. But yeah, I don't want that to have to be part of the process now. Where it's like, yeah, that's just how I have sex now. It's me. This guy I know named Ron, you got to be down with that because we're the Kompreshun Krew. We got a bam, and then we're gonna high five. The high fiving over it was like, why are we doing that? We're having.
But
sex.
eventually, the Kompreshun Krew will eventually just touch tips, and then that's all they wanted the whole time.
You're the fucking Vin Diesel and Paul Walker of fucking chicks, and like I've been in the game longer, but you're the young hotshot driver, like. Fighting over who's the best here in the Kompreshun.
You think you could do better than me?
Yeah.
You owe me a 60-second, or you owe me a 10-second dick.
Yeah.
You owe me doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. A dick is a dick.
Like, I don't want to ever be like, man, I can't fuck that chick by myself.
Yeah.
It's like those tag team guys who can't have a solo wrestling career because they're so identified as a tag team now.
Yeah,
Like,
Marty Jannetty, poor guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember Sarome telling me about the Kompreshun Krew, and I was like, "That's the most embarrassing story I've ever heard." Like,
that is nasty. Like, did they at least have like a rap single to go along with it, or did they just make T-shirts for like, "Hey,
did they spell it with
me and
K's?
my bro like to do this weird shit, and we're advertising it"?
Did they spell it with K's like it's Mortal Kombat, like compression?
Oh, it had to have been. I picture like a chrome font compressor.
It's and then the front and back letters are like tag team and the rest of the word.
Yeah, they're standing back to back with neon shit. Fucking just like, it's like, is this like a Prince in the time like funk album, or these guys just fuck that way? Okay. Just a shirt. Okay.
It's just a shirt.
That also means like you only have sex with chicks who are at whatever point in their life where they're willing to fuck the Kompreshun Krew.
Which also, ooh, right? Like,
yeah.
Who's that monster?
Or do you pick up a chick normally, and then when it's time to have sex, you're like, hold on, I got to make a call. Like, oh, what? Like, yeah, I got to get somebody.
Matt, you got a dude behind the curtain there that's ready to roll like any second? There's a dude behind the curtain who goes,
yeah, bring out our mystery guest.
We also have to make sure too, because like you can't be horny and then like Dave isn't. Like you have to be a point where you're like, man, I'm really wanting to get some pussy tonight, and you have to call up your boy, and he's like, I got tuberculosis. It's like, motherfucker, we're gonna be out for 2 weeks now.
Like, man, I worked a double. I just had mashed potatoes. I'm really not in the mood.
Like, fuck, dude.
It's not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it tonight. Sorry. You can get pussy without me. I'm sorry. We're cutting the Kompreshun Krew, not a one-man job. Like, this is a two-man ordeal.
Like,
I understand, but I got a date. I got a hot date with this box of Fruity Pebbles.
Do you have to start like feeling out a third like backup for if you need to mix it up or if someone's gonna move out? Eventually, you're like a law firm.
No. That fits into the Fast and Furious, because that's when Idris Elba like shows up. Like, that's when a Statham arrives, when it gets to that level.
It also goes back to wrestling, because in wrestling, there's a thing called the Freebirds rule, where if a faction of 3 people, they can still share the tag team titles of 2 and rotate in between. So technically, the Kompreshun Krew can fall under the Freebird rule. Yeah, you can have that good like, he's on the DL for like 2 weeks today. So like we gotta like get it.
I'm not familiar. Is there like a AAA ball league for like potential like trying to menage a trois guys?
No.
Yeah.
I need tryouts about it. We have a threesome, man. I'm gonna get you in here. We're gonna. It's an easy chick.
This guy sucks.
We're gonna let you try out with this kind of chunky chick here, So it'll be kind of like a practice run. She's agreed to help us out.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we got to that. I don't know where else to go.
I'm glad that's settled.
I'm not.
I'm fucking not, bro. I'm mad.
I'm not okay with anything that's just happened. This is what happened when Dan isn't here. We don't have the calming voice of reason that Dan brings.
Right. We just go down dark, dark and gross.
Yeah. You guys seen any good movies lately?
No. As far as I understand, the movie industry is dying so fast that.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the HBO Max Warner Brothers BS?
Oh, I knew that was coming. Like, I mean, movie theaters are dead. Like,
they've been going away for a while. I've been kind of also waiting for that.
Like, I'm in a way like I will say this. There is not more of a fun time than I've had. I'm gonna say this. Probably one of the top 5 funnest times I ever had is when all 3 of us went to a movie and we saw Jurassic World. Like, I do miss going to the movies with Matt and occasionally whispering over every 2 scenes of being like, this shit sucks dick.
Right.
And like you just make constant jokes. Like, I miss doing that, but like outside of that, I don't want a movie theater to exist. I want it to just be essentially a place for me and my friends to make fun of something, and then that is it.
More specialized.
But as a public viewing experience, like it is the worst way to take a movie to me.
Oh, I will say
recently, yeah. Back in the day, though, I mean, there's some theater experiences that are kind of magical, like where people stand up and applaud, and it's weird. You know what I mean? Have you ever been to the?
That shit's fucking lame. Like when you go to those.
No, I like it. No, like when
that.
it's a first time movie. Okay, seeing Die Hard when it was first released back in the day in the theater was like people were like laughing, applauding. Like it's just a fun, natural. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I'm gonna miss that.
I'm not, because like here's the thing. They do, because if they do, I understand if you get that for the applause and you do it because it's like a great movie and it's like a well-deserved film.
The well of emotion.
Yes, it's there. But like these assholes are doing it when they're Millennium Falcon. And it's just like, you know it's there. Like you know it's gonna be in the next 7 movies either. Like if it's like, the only time I would ever stand up and applaud is if it was like I'm in the middle of the movie, like fucking James Dean comes back to life and starts doing, like, that's like an amazing feat to see. But I'm not like, hey, guess what? We paid Harrison Ford $50 million to show up and look disgruntled, and it's like, I don't care.
Yeah, that was the easiest check that motherfucker cashed.
Giving you any fucking respect for that. I'm not giving you the merit that you think you deserve. And it's also a real big, like, movies will do that, especially like with the Star Wars films.
I think you're just slamming Star Wars. I don't think this is movies in general. I think you've been honing in on Star Wars exclusively.
That's all I really am. I'm slamming Star Wars and Pirates of the Caribbean 3, because that's the only times I've seen people stand up and fucking applaud.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it a lot, and it's usually, like, the Marvel movies got more and more of that.
Which is fun, you know, but no, I saw it in like even just regular ass like Die Hard, I remember vividly, or like crazy comedies like
Liar Liar.
No,
like
oh yeah, like Something About Mary when that came out, like that was like a super huge hit, and that was fun to experience with an audience, you know.
Oh, I get that. Like, what movie did I see that it was, it was with me and Matt. We went and saw Tarantino films. We saw a couple Tarantino films. I will say, Tarantino films are a movie-going experience.
Because we saw Hateful Eight. Yes,
we saw Hateful Eight. And then, oh, no, fuck, we didn't go see, I went and saw Once Upon a Time by myself. But, like, that's a good movie experience too. Like the actual, like, where the film is designed for you to sit there and be around strangers and smell their farts and shit like that. Like, I'm okay with it. But like, me and Matt also have spent money seeing Transformers like 4, and we've also spent money seeing like, oh fuck, what was that movie we saw? It was
I remember, I think it was the 4th Transformers, 4th or 5th one. And when it was over,
Dark Side of the Moon or whatever.
It was the one. Which one has Kelsey Grammer in it? That's the one it was, I believe.
Yeah, it was that one.
But we felt like at the end, because I remember it was at the Ward Parkway Mall area, because we went to eat afterwards, and it was like we just finished an 8-hour car ride. We were just tired, and like that movie is so long and so boring and so confusing. Oh, it was the one that TJ was in.
Yes, it was, yeah.
TJ Miller's in that one, where he's the wacky stoner friend that gets killed in the first third of the movie. It's the Mark Wahlberg one, first one with him, I think.
Yeah.
When he replaced Shia LaBeouf as the main character.
I saw the first one and went nope to all the rest. I'd never
so
seen.
Dull and so bad, and I just remember sitting. We were eating food, and it was like when you drive just like a road trip across a boring state, like when we did drive like straight out of Comic-Con shows. It just drove. We just sat there. We were just tired. And we're like, oh, I want to. When do we get to our hotel? Take a nap. It was like it was just a 3-hour movie. It wasn't 9 hours. But Jesus, Michael Bay will bring that out of you.
Yeah. And it was also at like noon. Like we went and saw a noon feature, or like 11:30 feature.
Middle of the day.
Yeah, it's like 2:30 or 3, maybe 4 at the clock at the latest, and we're just sitting there like exhausted. Like Matt said, like it literally feels like you're like I'm ready to take ZQL and go to bed. Like, I'm done. The date's done because I just apparently had a workout that like I didn't know.
It was like you're a junkie. It's like you just took some heroin, but it didn't have the fun part in it.
No,
it was just all of the bad.
Yeah.
It got to a point where the parts that were funny and bad were like, oh, this is a bad movie. Because that's also the one where they do shit. What was the Romeo and Juliet law part where technically the main character hooked up with a chick, but they were technically like 14 or 15 at the time? Like, oh, and the guy pulls out a card. It's technically not illegal. There's this Romeo and Juliet clause in the law that if we're both underage at the time, and it's somehow it was so like you could have just wrote the characters as 18, man.
Right. Yeah, move on. No, I have this in the movie. It's unnecessary.
Yeah. It was like this weird 2-year gap of like, but the more fucked up part was this. He had the card of the Romeo and Juliet law, like
on his person. Yeah.
It was like he had to go to Kinko's and be like, can you laminate this for me? And some guy just stared at me like, you fucking weirdo. Like, you're in college. Just you're a freshman in college. Go get some pussy and a kegger.
Like, he carries it like with his driver's license.
Yeah. Like he has to show the cop his registration and his Romeo and Juliet law. Like, it's fucking bizarre. Like, I didn't understand why they had to show that at all. And that also kind of goes back to the point that Hollywood is full of pedophiles. And like, this is just a way for them to just keep, like, this is their Carol Burnett, like, ear tug right there.
What is the Carol Burnett ear tug?
Isn't that what it is? Like, every night she'd be like, she do this.
But that was to indicate like she was a prisoner, like a.
No, it was fuck you, Jason. Like, just let it.
No, I'm just confused. Explain the Carol Burnett tug.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Carol Burnett to know what we're.
Like, was she like a sexual slave or something? And every night she was like, "Help me!" She was doing Morse code.
No, so every night she would do an ear tug. It was to her kids to say "I love you" and "good night."
Oh, okay.
So like she would do that. Like, that was just her secret little code. And this is just Hollywood's secret little code of just being like, I want pasta. I want pasta really bad. And I will say this, top 5 pastas, and I'm going to go in order. Penne alla vodka, spaghetti and meatballs. That's all I got. Vodka and spaghetti.
Wait. You need to move that back and.
No! Oh, you got me!
You're not even going to put macaroni and cheese on your pasta ranking?
Here's the thing. I don't count ravioli as pasta.
Well, it still is pasta, though.
No,
so.
Face, it's something else. Like, I understand what pasta is, I think.
Pillow.
So you're not counting macaroni and cheese as a pasta, despite the type of pasta being the first word of its name?
Oh, fuck. What are we going to do, Matt? Okay, here's my top 3 fucking favorite pastas. Pad Thai. Suck my dick. Get out.
Yeah, that would qualify, yes.
No, it wouldn't, you fucking idiot. Like, it's not...
You mean Italian pastas? Yeah.
Right, so you can tighten criteria, but if you just say pasta, yes, pasta counts.
But also ravioli. Ravioli is like just pasta. little meat pillows for aborted fetuses.
Jesus Christ. What's gnocchi then? Is gnocchi pasta? Because that's technically
that's a phone for mice.
No, you asshole. It's the potato pasta. Damn, it's not pasta. Whatever it is, it's like a hello thing.
I mean, is it pasta? That's the question. Like, is it made out of pasta? Is the pasta an ingredient?
No, it's made out of potatoes. But I don't know if that means.
I think it's pasta, but it's like a.
Now you're going to get me Google the literal definition of pasta itself.
Welcome to Cooking on Fairweather Friends. We're trying to figure out how to cook and then not do it.
Yeah.
Pasta is typically a type of food typically made from an unleavened dough or wheat or flour mixed with water or eggs. It's the dough you make into the carb base, basically. Oh, it's divided into 2 broad categories: dried, pasta secca, and fresh, pasta fresca. There is way too much information on pasta out there, by the way.
Can you just read the first sentence?
Matt
just did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Again.
You're right. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Matt.
No, you're not.
No, I am. I'm genuinely am very sorry.
Pasta is a type of food typically made from an unleavened dough of wheat flour mixed with water or eggs and formed into sheets or other shapes, then cooked by boiling or baking.
You're right. No, I look like a fool here, and I have egg on my face. So, Matt, I would like to, from the bottom of my heart, say I'm very sorry.
I accept your apology. Why did Jason need me to run back that first line?
No, that was the wrong line. I was trying to find it. You said it was pasta, typically a food.
Yeah, that's because I was dyslexic and I read it backwards. Sometimes is a supply in crafting necklaces and art for children.
Right. Which technically could be food, but fair warning.
Yeah. Yeah. Just start eating. You get so just kind of backed up on money. It's like, I guess I'm going to eat this pasta necklace and pasta art this kid's made.
But I got my water turned off, so I guess I'm going to have some crunchy pasta.
Give this kid their necklace from art class. The glitter's just seasoning.
Yep. I'll just slosh it around with this room temp beer.
Have you ever been poor enough that whenever your kid, Jason, this is just for Jason, by the way, because he's the only one with a kid. There was ever a point in time when you and Leon were so poor that you got mad at your daughter for making pasta necklaces because you're like, that was hamburger helper, you asshole. We could have had a good eating, but guess what? Now we don't. We just have milk and beef. That's all.
Now we just got to eat the cheese mix.
No, I understand where you're coming from, but we're kind of like a progressive family. So we're always try to teach her organic and recycling and stuff like that. So we made her all of the chicken nuggets and half-eaten tacos and all of the stuff she didn't finish. We then had to make her collect and keep for art later, and she would have to bring that to school. So she would just basically it was like Tupperware of compost of individual ingredients that she would then super glue, which was also recycled. Just shit
it's a necklace of half a taco.
I have Gorilla wood glue. I used it for one tiny thing. I'm like, I don't know. You're going to use this now because I used it for the thing I thought I would, but I'm not that guy.
Your fucking daughter's going in with a fucking calamari cinnamon roll necklace.
Yeah. She's got a tackle box, that chicken,
pizza crust bracelets.
Yep.
You a pizza crust guy? It's the only way we're gonna keep asking about food. You eat the crust or just save them and throw them away?
I mean, you can make ashtrays out of those little Totino's bowl chips.
I am a.
You want to be that fucking disgusting?
I will say this: I'm a pizza crust guy. Majority, yes. However, I don't really. Actually, no. Yeah, even crunchy, hand tossed or pan pizza.
I usually eat the crust. I like to dip the crust in sauce as if it was free breadsticks.
Sometimes if I'm not even feeling a pizza, I'll just rip the crust off and just eat the crust and just leave the pizza in there like a complete asshole. So so someone wants pizza, they just have literally just no crust, but just a fucked up. I
have a friend whose entire philosophy was he didn't eat the crust of pizza because that just occupies space in your stomach that could be more of the regular pizza. And that's the weirdest, fattest reason to not eat the crust.
Yeah.
I want the meat fat, not the bread fat.
Yeah. I don't want those carbs artificially satisfying me. I want cheese and grease in here.
Also, weird callback is the fact that we know so much about what we've been talking about for the last 5 minutes, why we're not invited to orgies.
Yes.
This is probably why we're not interested in orgies, because we know we can't get in. Because we'd be like, where's the pizza?
Part of the problem also is I have some friends that run in the kink circles and stuff. The popular culture.
Wait.
Hold on. We'll get back there. The popular culture would inform you that orgies are way hotter. The people into that stuff tend to be really gross.
Yeah. You ever see nude colonies and stuff like that? No.
In real life, the kink circles are the neckbeardiest, grossest, weirdest people who don't have normal, regular sex, not to kink shame anyone watching who may be normal and like having kink sex, sorry about it, just kind of come together. And it's like at cons where it's like, oh, look, it's all the Star Trek people found each other. It's the same thing for people who are just like, we're all willing to fuck each other, so all bets are off.
We're all into horseplay.
So like, I will say that because like that is something that like I'm into. So like I've been to things out here, but not parties or anything like that. Like it's just like events where like people kind of just hang out and like it's cool. It is weird because there is a point where like there's a decent amount of like very attractive people there, but like at the same time, there's always just like some kind of like Albanian guy with a mustache eating like potato chips, just staring at people, and you're like, it's just
always
weird.
Frustrating because for every like one or two legitimately like that person I could do, and then everyone else is just a social retard or disgusting.
It's so weird too because like you're sitting like I remember I went to one thing and they had a stage and like they had like this girl sitting on a horse, basically, like is what it's called, but it's just like kind of like one of those roadblock things. So you're sitting on it.
Road.
Yeah, and then like on top of it,
that will pop your tires if you back up. You got to go around and like get the.
Go straight or
you're
if you
back up, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's done. But like she's sitting but on top of it, there's a Sibian, and she's sitting on it, and like she's screaming, doing her thing, and like you're sitting there, and like. In the moment, you're like, this is cool. I can enjoy this. But then, like, you look to the right of you, and then you see, like, 6 other grizzly dudes staring with that same, like, hell yeah, look.
Just, like, with, like, weird, sweaty upper lips. Like,
yeah, you don't want to be with a chick and then a fat guy go, you gonna finish that? Like,
it's bizarre. And, like,
but I understand kind of now the early 80s rodeo, like, bull riding thing in bars was, like, a weird cultural thing. That's like one step removed from a Sibian. Like, just add a dick to the thing. I'm like, I get it. The appeal.
Yeah, no, basically that. Yeah.
Plus, there's so much weird. Like, I could never be comfortable in the costumes you end up wearing. Like, well, let me put on my leather suit and chaps real quick. My weird hat. I'm ready to party. Like,
it just seems expensive too. Like getting into it. Like, I'm already into guitars. I have too much shit I don't even use. You know, like. If I get into that, like that's just a rabbit hole that it never ends.
If I show up, just don't make me also dress like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, no, I'll say that like I've never have been into this weird. Like I don't understand the fucking role play is also something I've never got into. Where it's like I remember I was dating a girl and she was just like she was going to school for to get her like a license to be an attorney. And like she would be like, "You want to do like attorney role play?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah, like, that doesn't work for me because I know we're like play pretend isn't that powerful.
And I know, yeah, same. Thank you, Matt.
I just feel ridiculous. Like
I feel stupid. I feel so ridiculous. I feel so stupid. And like I also like.
Yeah, I can't just turn into Daniel Day-Lewis and what?
And like,
be
are
immediately.
You gonna provide a script? I don't know how to talk legal shit. Like, well, the firm introduced an injunction onto the case, so I'm going to have my people look at it. Judge gave me a real hard time today, so we're going to get back together with counsel. Like, I don't know what I just said meant. I used half those words I saw on TV.
Yeah, what does adjourned mean? I'm just going to be quoting Night Court. It's going to be weird. So did you end up doing it? Did you win? Were you the Southern one?
No, the Southern lawyer. I'm just a simple Southern attorney. Yeah, we didn't.
You have to jowl and sweat on her, like, well, I'm just a.
Well, yeah, no. What happened? We didn't end up having sex, but I did get a guy off trial, or you get a guy off for murder. So it was I didn't make her come, but this guy, he is now going to be able to finish his basketball scholarship, and I am beyond that. God, actually. Honestly, that's
arraignment.
Actually, it's funny. It's like no, we didn't have sex, but we settled out of court on that one.
Yeah, I never role play stuff. No. Yeah, I guess we're prudes. I don't know. It's like whatever. As long as it's not harming anybody. it's just
prudish. Yeah, it's more like stopping people from doing it and saying they should. Like it's whatever. It's just not my flavor. It's whatever.
Yeah, that makes it. Just not my flavor. Like that weird '90s, just like piercing. I mean, which is still a thing, but that's when the first time I heard about it was that crazy like piercing, hanging from the ceiling with like fucking metal in your skin.
Yeah,
like crazy torture.
I'm enough of a weirdo. It's like a stand-up bit I used to do. It was like, I'm enough of a weirdo. My biggest kink is just, having sex. So I don't need all this dressing around it. Like, I'm just cool with fucking you. Like,
I mean, my S&M is like, I as far as I will go is like take my socks off. You know what I mean? Like,
if it's a special occasion.
They're like, ooh, it's like, I'll take my socks off on Valentine's Day and your birthday. That's it. Maybe Christmas Eve, if you're lucky.
Like on those days, I'll try. I'll drink some Gatorade. I'll pay attention how I'm breathing.
Some muscle milk.
Yeah, I'll do a few little bit of cardio the week of as we build up to it. Make sure I can keep my wind for 5 minutes.
I'll do 3 girl push-ups in the bathroom.
Yeah. Get my veins flaring up.
Honestly, I don't mind. Is a girl push-up technically a girl push-up if it's better for your knees? Like you're still getting workout done, right? I mean,
I believe they were. I do not know this as fact. It was not a girl push-up because of a girl. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a girl push-up not because of a weakness of body. It was for a skirt to not like when your knees are down, it bunches up at the bottom and doesn't like hang.
Samesies.
Yeah. That's how that's what I've always thought about those. I wasn't sure if that was the case, but they're also good when you've just done too many push-ups and have to stop, but you're like, I gotta play pretend through the last few. Let's.
Do you guys want to do a whole like a part 3 boner jams of all of the morning workout shows that you guys had to jerk off to back when you had basic cable as a teenager?
I don't know morning workout shows.
I never watched them. Like that's the one thing I will say that I hate that I didn't grow up in the 80s is like never got to have those prepubescent boners I got. Like I got kind of the shit end on it. Like I still got the Macy's catalogs and I still got like that kind of shit, but like I didn't get the actual workout tape and like the Saturday morning workout. Like the most what the fuck did I get on Saturday mornings? Fucking Spinelli and Recess. Like suck my dick. Like that's gonna be nothing for me. Like I wish I could have had the mall mom. Like those I wish I could have gotten boners from mall moms. But like by the time like malls were like I was able to go to the mall like by myself, like mall moms were fucking extinct. Like they stopped
they were just depressed, childless mall moms. Jason,
roaming the earth in a hellscape.
Yeah, for those moms, it's hard to get a boner on that. That's a really specific lane. Man, why don't they have a Pornhub category? The grieving, because that'd be my jam.
My favorite category lately in porn is the I'm stuck, so why don't you fuck my ass? like I somehow got stuck under the bed and you can't just lift up the bed.
Yeah, I believe we covered that for like half of an episode 2 episodes ago.
I think we covered this. Yeah.
My bad.
And I reminded, I was like, don't put your dick in that. It's stupid.
Yeah.